Hey there everyone, Hanyou here, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 1 Onikakushi. And we're picking up where we left off last time, and yeah, we continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always, the loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was, just don't lose. Rina was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Rina's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see, this is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized that man Mion had greeted right before the festival. Realized it was the man Mion greeted right before the festival. You're here. Little Miss Sonozaki, seems you brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. His stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. Rules are simple. 3 shots. The winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everyone shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. Biggest prize at the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it? Whoa, that teddy bear, cute. Rina was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Keiji-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event. Knocking that bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? First one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake-san take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple matches, it ended up with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun. Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Mian raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire. Reload. Fire. Reload. Fire. Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. Crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good. Tomitake-san was at a loss after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Mi-chan. 3. Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mian had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with a very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize, she proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mian. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. Ah, these bullets are too light. First 2 bullets struck the bear on the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim toward the head or it won't work. Satoko's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm. Hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to a less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? Those fools know nothing. A fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. The palm of Mian's outstretched hand went pump as it tapped lightly on Satoko. She appeared to be taking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. She appeared to just be talking hot air. Damn that, Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target without shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the Bay Arena, son. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Oh, bear-san, so cute. Rina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Rina, but she said that bear was cute. Wonder how Rina-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rina, Tomitake-san. It's Rina, you know? It's Rina Ryugu, you know? If it was to get that teddy bear... Whoa! Tomitake-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators were making was about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rina Ryugu could do it. She's just shaking. It's just shaking. So cute. Rina couldn't hide her excitement over the bear slowly rocking. Now Rina couldn't lose. Not bad, Rina-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Whoa! Another big cheer. Rina's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before. But it might not be possible. You never know. With Rina-chan's skill, it might be. While Tomitake-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rina had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ow! Crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Home, Bear-san, take him home. She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then, at that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rina. This is for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me? Oh. The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rina turned bright red, and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. Oh, I really wanted Mr. Bear. Why? It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rina had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright, then I'll get it and give it to you. What? Tomitake-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomitake-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitake. Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Tomitake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomitake-san is aiming for... Plop. 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 The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. So Tomitake-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before, but that was all. It still didn't fall over. Oh, too bad. All of Rina's momentary expectation from watching it sway violently turned into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work. Oh ho ho! It seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. It meant Tomitake-san had no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a small easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake-san. It looked... If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, then I'd go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion passed down to me by Tomitake-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rina wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rina. Huh? What promise? What? To shoot down that bear, to give it to Rena, that one. You mean, oh. The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Woo! Cool, Oni-chan. You got balls, man. That's not it. Fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. Oh, that's funny. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Keiji-san surely talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down the bear? Rena and Tomitake-san's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job might be difficult. It's easy. It's all about timing your shots, and if you can get it to wobble, first hit it in the forehead. Of course, you need to combine precise aiming with the rapid fire technique that Tomitake-san used. First, hit it in the forehead, get it to tilt back. Second shot, hit it in the chin, get it to knock back even further, and then finally, to finish it off, you hit it right in the chest. So, tilt back, knock back, finish. If possible, again, your timing and accuracy needs to be pretty spot on to do it. Keiji-kun, if only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on the sway each hit. Good luck, Keiji-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? Crowd murmured amongst themselves. Wonder what Keiichi-san is up to. This might actually work. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once? I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Mian was able to figure it out magnificently. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Single shot rifles. Pow, new rifle, pow, new rifle, pow, new rifle. And yeah, I can see that working actually rather well. That way you don't have to worry about reload. You can just switch to the next gun. I think that might actually work. Basically, that was taking what was taking the most time was reloading the shot. That's right. Then, by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other, Tomitake-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lenses. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name, Keiichi. Rapid fire is the key, exactly. But also aiming is also a key. The rapid fire and precise aiming. If I miss, all is for naught. Whew. After letting out a deep breath, I paused, relaxed. Now. That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets, hit it, and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard, and then... Woo! Woo! Yeah! Ooh! Ooh! The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-san finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right, this is from all of us working together. Me didn't hit it a single time. Irk. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena. Here. This is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all. Oh. In that case, I was the one that knocked it down, who knocked it down, and it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced and accepted it. You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. Oh? Keiichi-kun? Thanks so much. Rena dove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tomitake-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I like that. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going off ahead then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Rena? What are you doing? Keiichi-kun? Mi-chan? Save me! She was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal. She was being carried by the flow of people. How large is this teddy bear we're talking about? I was thinking maybe like a large teddy bear, maybe like a foot tall or something like that, but judging by what they're saying, it sounds like it's one of those gigantic, oversized teddy bears you see at state fairs that's like the size of a small person. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch, please don't pull my arm. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rina's collar. Keiichi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Where can I grab you then? In other words, I don't know how to answer that. I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rina was ashamed enough for both of us. I grabbed onto Rina's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're going to be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. I didn't understand Rina. I hadn't realized Rina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, "Keep it together, Keiichi Mabara," in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rina to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton in futons. Keiichi-san, Rina-san, we're over here. Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rina? You punk. So that's what your plan was. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rina? Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? How? Rina burned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and o of her ho, I think. Rina, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever, ho. Thump! A thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. You must all be quiet. It's beginning. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clapped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that's used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon to something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons? She's purifying futons that absorbed illnesses from people over the winter. So when Kei-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was suddenly dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika practiced every single day with a mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? Feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know. And well, it's not something just anyone can do. That's true. Shrine Maidens need to be pure, after all. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priests had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we all marched on at a moderate pace, then descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Ahahaha. Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know. The precision contained right up to the bank of the stream. The procession, not precision. A fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here too. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in a line. Line up, Keiichi-kun. I wonder what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine. Red and white wheat bean buns. It's not food. I said it was cotton. Ah, but of course. They didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out all the cotton from inside the futons, baled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rina dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time, Keiichi-kun, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her hand, and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, both thighs. You do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama, what's that? The name of the shrine's god? Yes, is the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect. That sounded like a pretty frightening god. But well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rina showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama, thank you. Oyashiro-sama, Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton, then you let it gently drift away on the stream and you're done. Together, Rina and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. And we are going to end the episode here. So if you enjoyed it, please consider leaving it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more content in the future. And until next time, everybody, have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye.